afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday. Busy day around here.
Yes, it is. Big news.
Let's get right to the headlines.
Like I said, it's my intention to play for the Jets, but I'm still under contract with the Packers.
Today, Aaron Rodgers made public his next move. The West Coast California boy could be headed to the Big Apple.
And nobody's bled green and gold like me. I mean, I love that city. I love those fans.
So how did we get here? Sports director Zach Hanley breaks it all down for us.
It's a breakup that we've seen coming for months, if not years, but that doesn't make it any easier.
Aaron Rodgers has made his intentions clear, and if things go his way, he will be a New York Jet.
This has been a long and sometimes painful process, but our Zach Hanley has been covering this story front to back for a few years now. So what happened today?
I feel like I've lost a couple years of my life. It all starts way back in 2020 when the Packers traded up in the first round of the draft to get his replacement, Jordan Love. That fueled Rodgers to win back-to-back MVPs and in the process sign a contract that he's currently under. Fast forward to the end of this season, in his darkness retreat, he was 90% leaning toward retiring. Then when he got out, saw the light, he changed after what he calls a little bit of a shift from the Packers. Friday, he says he made it clear he intends on playing for the Jets next season and hopes Green Bay and New York will come to some sort of an agreement.
I'm debatably the best player in franchise history. I'm in the conversation for sure.
That was awesome.
What's not debatable is I'm the longest tenured Packer in history. And nobody's bled green and gold like me. I mean, I love that city. I love those fans. I love that region. And I've never been a free agent. I've never even got there. Yeah, the team has done it, but I've never said, you know what, let me test free agency here.
So that was his plea. It's important to note no deal is done. He's still under contract with the Packers. Rodgers did say that. He's not holding up things. It's the Packers because they want more compensation. Feel like 15 years ago, you remember that?
It's almost identical.
Yeah.
Jets involved.
Jets involved. You got Jordan Love not playing for 3 years. You got Aaron Rodgers not playing for 3 years. Then he gets a start. So, but again, the big word to note is he intends to play because no deal is done yet.
And no word from the Packers nor the Jets.
Nobody said anything except what you saw today on the Pat McAfee show. You're a big fan of that.
Oh, yeah.
We all watched it all day today.
Well, they did sign Lazard, the Jets.
The Jets did sign Lazard. And Rodgers did mention that the wish list that he was talking about, or that everybody was talking about yesterday, was not true. He did not create a wish list for the Jets. So, again, we're kind of getting things cleared up, but we still don't know what's going to happen.
Is there any chance this doesn't work out, and then Aaron has to come back and play for the Packers?
Zach's walking out the door.
Yeah, if that happens, I'm gone. But, you know, anything could happen with Aaron Rodgers because we just don't know, and I think he likes to make people guess. But you would have to think that after what he just said, how he feels that the Packers feel about him, there's no chance they mend this. Right. But it was kind of mended a couple years ago when he signed the contract that we thought.
And
but here we are.
We don't know what the Packers will get for this.
Nobody's saying anything.
I intend to play for the Jets.
Yes. I intend to be back tomorrow.
Yes.
I intend to see you later, Zach. Thank you.
Thanks, Zach. Well, if you think you're upset, how do you think the community of Green Bay feels?
The quarterback is the lifeblood of any football team, and although the front office has been preparing for this moment for a while, it doesn't make it any easier for the fans.
To get the feeling of the fans, we sent our reporter, Andrew Banstra, up north to the legendary frozen tundra. He is live in Green Bay. Hi, Andrew. How are the fans feeling up there today?
Hey, Mark. Hey, I'm pretty good, Mark and Susan. Hope all is well back in Madison. But when Rodgers entered that darkness retreat, like he said, he was 90% sure that he was going to retire. But here on a bright and sunny day up here in Green Bay, fans have a lot of mixed emotions about what happened today with the Packers' now maybe former superstar. We talked to a fair amount of people. We talked to two families who both told us they were ready to move on. They had seen enough drama. They're just ready for the next chapter of Packers football. We also talked to a friend of Aaron Rodgers who got a shout out in that Pat McAfee show today. His name is Rob. He works at Frame Makers just 2 blocks away from Lambeau Field. He was torn up about it, telling us just how sad it is to have such an integral part of the community leaving Green Bay. And of course, as well, we talked to somebody in the Packers Pro Shop asking them if the Rodgers jerseys are going to be going on sale or leaving anytime soon. They assured us that's not going to happen. They said no. He is an icon, pretty emphatically. Now, at 5 and 6, you'll hear from all of those people that we just talked about. Join us back then, right here at Lambeau Field. For now, Andrew Banstra in Green Bay for News 3 Now.
A lot of mixed emotions.
Right.
For all Packer fans.
And some great memories, too. I mean,
Yeah,
he's a great player.
absolutely, absolutely. Aaron Rodgers may be gone, but as Mark was just referencing, it sure was fun while it lasted.
Sports director Zach Hanley takes a look back at Rodgers' legacy with the Packers.
The 24th selection in the 2005 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Aaron Rodgers, quarterback from California.
There you go. Good for him.
Since his draft day in 2005, Aaron Rodgers was motivated to prove people wrong.
You know what? Good for the Packers and good for him.
How disappointed are you that you will not be a 49er?
Not as disappointed as the 49ers will be that they didn't draft me.
After 3 seasons sitting behind Brett Favre, Rodgers got his chance when he was handed the keys to the franchise in 2008. And he passed his first test as Green Bay's starting quarterback with a 24-19 win over Minnesota. 2 seasons later, number 12 took the Packers on a road trip in the playoffs, making stops in Philadelphia to eliminate the Eagles, Atlanta to fly by the Falcons, and Chicago to beat the Bears.
The Green Bay Packers beat their rival, and off to the Super Bowl they go.
His final stop, Super Bowl 45 in Dallas, where Rodgers led the Packers over the Steelers.
The final snap of Super Bowl 45. The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl
and brought the Lombardi Trophy back to Titletown. But he was never able to make it back. Rodgers came up short in 4 straight NFC Championship games, most notably in 2014 when the Packers blew a 12-point lead late in the 4th quarter against the Seahawks and lost in overtime.
Rodgers in trouble.
He did have a knack for the Hail Mary.
He turned 32 yesterday. Does he have a vintage moment in him?
And owning the Bears.
Rodgers is inside the pylon. Touchdown Packers. Right on cue, Joe.
And no matter his team's record, he never lost confidence.
I feel like we can run the table. I really do.
In his 18 seasons in Green Bay, Rodgers was an 8-time Pro Bowler, a 4-time NFL MVP.
Aaron Rodgers.
Of course, his success on the field was often overshadowed by the drama off of it. The Packers trading up to select his replacement, Jordan Love, in the first round of the 2020 NFL Draft led to a very unhappy Rodgers. Then there was his controversial response to whether he even was vaccinated for COVID.
Are you vaccinated, and what's your stance on vaccinations?
Yeah, I've been immunized.
And then his long list of lost loves. Gossip Girl star Jessica Zor in 2011 and 2014, actress Olivia Munn in 2014, Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Kelly Rohrbach in 2017, a 2-year relationship with NASCAR driver Danica Patrick that included a joint purchase of a $28 million Malibu estate before they called it quits in 2020. And most recently, a 2021 engagement to actress Shailene Woodley, where he made the announcement on the NFL Honor Show. A year later, they called the whole thing off. Despite all of this, Rodgers leaves the Packers as a Super Bowl champ, the franchise's all-time leader in touchdown passes with 475. And his legacy will live on in Lambeau as one of the greatest to ever play in the NFL.
That he is. If you still can't get enough Aaron Rodgers coverage, you can head to our website, channel3000.com. We've got you covered. We have timelines of Rodgers' success all the way from the hills of Chico, California to the shores of Green Bay. We've also got polls about how the public feels about him leaving. You can find it all and more at channel3000.com. Let's take a look outside. Back to Madison here. Capitol Square. Busy day. A lot of kids on tours, I guess, or something. Something's going on.
Chilly, but wet and windy weather is moving in.
Julian's in the backyard with the details on that. Julian.
That's right. I guess the kids had a good field trip day because it's pretty nice outside of it being breezy. And we're going to see those clouds start to build as we continue through the rest of tonight. But wet and windy is a theme for us. And it's funny because spring is just 5 days away. March 20th on our Monday is going to be the actual start for spring for us. Even though in Wisconsin it's not wholly true, but at least we're going to see at least better weather later on. But this is what we're going to see going into our Thursday. We're expecting rain showers to start to really pick up in intensity and just be more widespread by the time we get into our Thursday afternoon leading into our evening hours. Now behind it, we could start to see some snow showers later into our late night Thursday into our Friday morning, but that's something we're going to be watching for a little bit closely as time goes on. Now outside of it, here's a look at Madison as of right now. Sunshine, some cloud cover, and some breezy conditions. Looking ahead throughout the rest of this evening, temperatures will be in the 40s. Heading into tonight, we're going to stay rather mild. Now, our low temperature is going to be just near 40 degrees for us here in Madison and for Janesville, around 41 for Platteville. And we'll take a look at traffic and the weather coming up in a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
All right, Julian, thank you. Are you getting ready to fill out your NCAA bracket? We have some expert advice for you.
Yep, a UW engineering professor and expert bracketologist has some advice for you and your odds of going all the way. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Backyard living season is coming soon. Coolview has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 15 to 25%. Cover your deck with a screen porch, an enclosed porch, or sunroom. If you have a screen porch, let us turn it into an enclosed porch. Shade your patio with a pergola or awning. All on sale now. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard blues. Call now for a quote before the sun sets on savings.
Get a new view from Coolview. This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. And current Chevy owners get $2,500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high-output engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
I'm Fernando, live outside of Boston. I've been with Consumer Cellular for 5 years. Consumer Cellular gives you all the same features that these big companies give you. What you get for the cost is remarkable. Why would you pay more money?
Why would you pay more when you can get unlimited talk and text with a flexible data plan starting at just $20 a month?
I think they should raise their prices.
Sorry, Fernando. Our prices are staying low. So switch today and save. Call or go online.
A lot of new dry eye patients in my office tell me about their frequent dry eyes, which may point to dry eye disease. Millions of Americans were estimated to have it. They also tell me they've tried artificial tears again and again, but the relief is temporary. Xiidra can provide lasting relief. Xiidra treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease.
Don't use if allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied, and unusual taste sensation.
Why wait? Ask your eye doctor about a 90-day prescription for Xiidra today.
Two candidates for Supreme Court, two very different beliefs. Judge Janet Protasewicz, she believes women should have the freedom to make their own decisions on abortion. Extremist Dan Kelly, he supports the 1849 law that takes away women's rights and criminalizes abortion, even in cases of rape, incest, and health of the mother. So who represents you? An extremist or a common sense judge? Vote by April 4th.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
Well, big changes could be coming to the state's abortion ban.
Republicans at the state capitol want to add exceptions, allowing for abortions in cases of rape or incest. But how likely are we to see that in state law?
Political reporter Will Keneally is at the Capitol with the latest.
Mark and Susan, right now abortions can only happen in Wisconsin under a narrowly tailored law to protect the life of the mother. But under a new bill proposed by Republicans today, victims of rape or incest would be able to receive abortions through the first trimester, which is part of a slate of reproductive-themed bills that includes letting pharmacists prescribe birth control. The governor says he is unlikely to sign the bill, though. He and Democrats say they want a full repeal of the state's abortion ban.
But I think part of this is also hoping that Democrats are willing to work with us on this update and not thinking that somehow they're going to allow the other branch of government to become a super legislature.
As Speaker Voss mentions here, this is also being introduced at the same time abortion is at the center of the state Supreme Court race. And Democrats are alleging that this is nothing more than an electoral ploy by Republicans. And even within their own caucus, not all Republicans are on board with this. We'll have more on that coming up tonight at 5 and 6. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Well, today marks the final day for Wisconsinites to register to vote online or by mail, but voters still have plenty of options if they want to vote in the upcoming April election. In-person registration will still be available at absentee voting locations all around Madison until the Friday before the April 4th election. Voters can also register to vote in person at their polling place on Election Day. Under Wisconsin law, anyone looking to see a sample of what their ballot will look like can do so online at myvote.wi.gov.
With weather only getting better by the day, Madison B-Cycle electric bikes returned to the city today. B-Cycle bikes started in Madison and then expanded to Monona and McFarland, and today B-Cycle announced it's expanding again, bringing the e-bikes to Fitchburg. B-Cycle is opening 20 new stations thanks to a Department of Transportation grant.
It's a sign of spring. I think people get really excited to see the B-Cycles out. It really means that summer is slowly on its way. Today we'll probably see about 300 trips, so even in the cold weather, people still ride.
Madison B-Cycle is also rolling out updates to its current pass options. The cost of a monthly pass will be reduced from $30 to $25 per month, and the cost of an annual pass, which gives riders access to unlimited 90-minute trips for a year, will increase to $150. Well, Madison police and Madison firefighters are gearing up for one of their biggest events of the year.
Saturday is the annual Battle of the Badges. It's all about having fun with a little rivalry in place, of course, between Team Blue and Team Red, but at the end of the day, making a difference. Proceeds benefit the Safe Communities Madison-Dane County Recovery Coach Program.
Safe Communities is a coalition of 350 organizations, and this is a program that supports one of our really most effective, I think, programs, which is our peer support specialists that help people with addiction.
Doors at the Madison Ice Arena open at 2:45 on Saturday, with events happening all the way to 8 o'clock, including an open skate. There's also a special military all-star game. Tickets are $5, and kids 3 and under are free. It's a perfect way to get the family out of the house and make a difference in our community.
Fears about the world banking system spread to Europe today. Shares in the globally connected Swiss bank Credit Suisse plunged more than 20% to a record low after its biggest shareholder, the Saudi National Bank, said it would not put more money into the Swiss lender. Shares of Credit Suisse dragged down other major European lenders in the wake of bank failures in the United States.
And stocks closed mostly lower on that latest banking news. The Dow Industrials fell 280 points, closing at 31,874. The Nasdaq managed an almost 6-point gain, but the S&P 500 was off 27. Well, March Madness is here. You have until tomorrow morning to fill out your NCAA college basketball bracket.
Some people depend on luck when making their choices to win the office pool, but others use math.
Laura Albert is a professor of industrial and systems engineering at UW-Madison. She's also our go-to bracketologist. Thanks for being with us.
Oh,
Good to see you again.
It's great to be here.
People are filling out their brackets. Is there any sort of strategy that they should use?
I always use math, but everybody depends on luck to a large extent, even with math. And that's what makes it fun. It's very unpredictable.
What are some of the biggest mistakes people make when they're filling out their bracket?
Picking a lot of upsets early on. Most of the points are earned in the later round. So if you lose a team early on that makes it far into the tournament, which is usually one of the top seeds, then it's hard to win a pool.
Should you always go by seed? Take the bigger seed over the lesser one?
I don't. I look up the specific matchups. A typical Final Four, for example, has 2 1 seeds in it, and the other 2 seeds are 2, 3, or 4 seeds.
So a 1 seed is not a guarantee.
It's not a lock.
It's not a guarantee, and in fact, only 1 year have all 1 seeds made it into the Final Four.
Really?
And there has never been a perfect bracket. Is that right?
That is correct. So
no one has ever guessed them all correctly.
Correct. So there's 63 games that would require getting correct. Somebody got as far as 49 games, which was pretty far, and I don't think there's been a close second.
So what are the odds?
9.2 quintillion. 1 in 9.2 quintillion.
So you're better off winning the Powerball has better odds than that.
Way better odds. In fact, there's 100 billion stars in the galaxy, and still there are more than 100 million ways to fill out a bracket than there are stars in the galaxy.
Wow.
So
That
very
puts
rare
it in
event.
perspective. What would your #1 piece of advice be for somebody who wanted to fill out a bracket? What would you tell them?
I really focus on looking at the seeds and the path to the Final Four, and that's where I start filling out the Final Four and then filling it all in.
You start with the Final Four and work backwards.
I do.
That's interesting.
And then I pick some of those other matchups later on. And that's just because the path to the Final Four is really where a lot of the points come in.
Yeah.
There's always a Cinderella team. That's a big upset.
Exactly. So just getting all Final Four teams correctly requires picking a mere 16 games correctly. And still, that so rarely happens. I've never gotten all 4 correct. The Cinderella teams make it much more unlikely. And in fact, we can look after the tournament to see out of the millions and millions of entries, how many entries have gotten all Final Four teams correctly. And when a Cinderella team, like Loyola a few years ago, makes it into the Final Four, there's very, very few brackets that get all Final Four teams correctly.
And it's the matchups where it's like a 7 against an 8. I mean, you got to do some research there.
It's a coin flip. You do some research, but you have to depend on luck. There's no way around it.
Or animal mascots, as we have been known to do in the past. Go with all the animal names.
The owl.
Yeah, right.
So there's no real scientific way to beat this system.
You can't predict that you will win and can't guarantee that you can win every year, but if you use the math, you do the research, you can actually improve your odds. Then if you play year after year, you're more likely to win or to finish near the top on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
It's fascinating.
Laura, fun as always. Thanks for being with us. You going to watch the games?
Absolutely. I'm going to fill out a bracket, and I'm not going to get all correct, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, we could have used her help with our bracket.
Yes.
Why didn't we think of that?
Laura, thanks for being with us. And we do have our own little bracket battle taking place here at News 3.
The morning show, the afternoon and evening anchors have all filled out the brackets. There's Mark and I with our own strategy. We'll probably be out by tomorrow night.
We'll be tomorrow afternoon.
We'll show you how we all went about it coming up a little later in the broadcast.
iTense Golfland offers 2 golf and multi-sport simulator suites. Play great golf courses with unmatched viewing clarity. Play different sports such as football and soccer. Have fun with Zombie Ball. iTense Golfland provides simulator fun for everyone.
Your roofing and siding have taken a beating this winter, but good news. It's Feldco season.
Feldco season. It means 40% off roofing and siding with no money down, no payments, and no interest until 2024, so you can upgrade those weather-worn eyesores without breaking the bank. It also means fast, so your home will look its best for the warmer weather ahead. It's the season of home renewal. It's Feldco season.
This offer won't last long. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Numbers move you, but some can stop you in your tracks, like the tens of thousands of people who were diagnosed with certain HPV-related cancers. For most people, HPV clears on its own, but for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers. Gardasil 9 is a vaccine given to adults through age 45 that can help protect against certain diseases caused by HPV, including cervical, vaginal, vulvar, anal, and certain head and neck cancers, such as throat and back of mouth cancers and genital warts. Gardasil 9 doesn't protect everyone and does not treat cancer or HPV infection. Your doctor may recommend screening for certain HPV-related cancers. Women still need routine cervical cancer screenings. You shouldn't get Gardasil 9 if you've had an allergic reaction to the vaccine, its ingredients, or are allergic to yeast. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system, are pregnant, or plan to be. The most common side effects include injection site reactions, headache, fever, nausea, dizziness, tiredness, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and sore throat. Fainting can also happen. Help protect what counts. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about Gardasil 9.
A lot of new dry eye patients in my office tell me about their frequent dry eyes, which may point to dry eye disease. Millions of Americans were estimated to have it. They also tell me they've tried artificial tears again and again, but the relief is temporary. Xiidra can provide lasting relief. Xiidra treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease.
Don't use if allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied, and unusual taste sensation.
Why wait? Ask your eye doctor about a 90-day prescription for Xiidra today.
Sexual assault of an 11-year-old. No prison time. He raped a military veteran, left her for dead. Just 2.5 years. Raped a mentally disabled 14-year-old. Probation. How the heck did this happen? Janet Protasewicz.
If you could go back in time, would you have ruled any differently?
I would say no.
Really? No time in prison?
I would say no.
Protasewicz set violent criminals free. Again and again. Tell Judge Protasewicz, stop protecting criminals.
Vitense Golfland offers a free Top Tracer golf range experience. Obtain valuable shot information with warm-up, track your shot history with My Practice, play virtual golf, long drive, points game, go fish. Only at Vitense Golfland.
We'll take a look and listen to this.
Watching this eucalyptus, and I started to tell him it looks like it's leaning. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, my God. Oh. Anyway, there goes my neighbor's house. We watched it as it started to lean over, and then this is the tree that was holding it up. And now it's all gone.
The timing of this video incredible as this resident was being interviewed about the Bay Area high winds. A tree toppled onto his neighbor's home.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, that's big tree.
Dang, it's home too.
Oh my gosh.
His neighbor's home, but still, wow.
A lot of bad weather on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And it keeps coming.
Yeah, and that it's saturated ground, and all you need is winds, and that you can topple over any kind of size of tree with that. So that's tough. I really prayers to them. Dang.
And a little rain coming our way, but nothing like that.
Nothing even close to that, folks. Just a nice little rainy day in the forecast for us. But we could see some other surprises. We'll talk about it with the First One forecast coming up after the break.
Accidents don't just happen Monday through Friday. That's why Gruber Law Offices is here for you right now. Evenings, weekends, and holidays. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Ready to feel what it's like? When you can do more with less asthma. It's possible with Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Are you in? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate spring with our big spring thaw sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board with our spring thaw sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Dan Kelly is extremely corrupt. 6 times Kelly ruled in favor of a plaintiff with close ties. He was on their advisory panel. He took contributions from their board. And all 6 times, Kelly ruled in their favor. Another time, Kelly changed his mind about whether to judge the Zignego case after pocketing $20,000 in contributions from the Zignego family. Corruption, extremism, that's Dan Kelly.
If you've been injured, you need a trusted team to get you the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, hopefully you've enjoyed the quiet day that we've had for our Wednesday, because the rest of the week's not going to be so quiet. So let's get right into it. Our surface map is showing the changes that are going to be coming in the next 24 hours. Honestly, we can see these changes within the next 8. So what we're seeing here is a system that's going across the Great Plains. We're going to have that warm air advection, which is going to be the leading front of this system, bringing in the milder temperatures. But you can see those breezy and windy conditions coming in from the south. That's bringing us our moisture, and on top of it, the warmer air that's going to be settling into the upper Midwest by the time we get into our Thursday. But with it, we're also going to be seeing some opportunities for rain and for some of us, even some snow. So let's talk about it. The rest of this evening is going to be quiet. Temperatures will be in the 40s. On top of it, the breezy winds coming in from the south are going to keep us mild even through the overnight hours, along with the cloud covers. We're not going to be seeing radial cooling, but what we're going to see heading into our Thursday morning is temperatures again into those lower 40s. Still quiet though. Not seeing much in terms of precipitation until lunchtime. Areas to the north and northwest going to start to see some shower development, and especially near Platteville and from Monroe and Janesville. So from Grant County to the east, we're going to start to see the rain really start to pick up. And around 3 o'clock, once you're picking the kiddos up, expect some rain showers throughout much of southern Wisconsin, so you're going to need that rain gear. Temperatures, however, good news is staying into the middle 40s and lower 40s throughout much of southern Wisconsin, so it's still going to be rather mild. And that's going to be the theme for us throughout the rest of our Thursday, though around 5 o'clock in dinner time, we're going to see a bit more brief showers still lingering for us, but you can see as the temperatures start to fall as that cold front rolls its way in, we are seeing a bit of transition of some snowfall for some areas once we get into our Thursday night and transitioning into our early Friday morning. So overnights, we could see a bit of some light snow starting to move its way around Dane County and areas to the east and for the north. This will be really brief though, because once we get into the 7 o'clock hour, we are expecting for it to move its way out, but those northerly shifts of winds are going to bring in colder air heading into our Friday, so we're looking for a colder end to the weekend. In terms of rain, we're looking for 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rainfall throughout our rain event, but snow, maybe trace amounts. Not looking for it to really be measurable throughout anywhere in southern Wisconsin. So wrapping things up are 3 things we'll need to know. 40s through Thursday, then we're going to be seeing the rain coming into our Thursday morning and occasional rain throughout the afternoon. And on top of it, windy and some snow showers. Going to be really early into our Friday, but otherwise, things are going to be rather quiet. Now taking a quick look at the weekend forecast, 26 degrees for Saturday, 39 for Sunday. Plenty of sunshine for Sunday is going to be setting the stage for us to welcome the first day of spring, which is going to be Monday. Temperatures into the lower 40s, and then it's a trend upwards into the upper 40s by Tuesday, and then 50s from Wednesday through Friday, and bringing us some spring showers. So hopefully we can finally get some greenery and start melting some of this snow.
Yeah, nice 50s. That'll feel good. Look, next Thursday again, more rain. More rain.
But 53 degrees.
Yeah, that's
hey,
good.
I'm fine with rain. No more snow.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm done.
Right, you're right.
But we just jinxed it. Well, as we mentioned earlier, your odds of picking a perfect NCAA bracket is completely zero.
But that didn't stop us or the other anchor teams here at News 3. As you'll see, we all had different approaches to complete the task.
We got a huge advantage here because I know basketball, right?
Oh, Susan, this is tough. There are so many teams.
Mark and Susan are going to pick it on like colors and mascots, guaranteed.
Slam dunks and mascots.
Okay, sounds good.
The morning crew, they don't really know anything about sports either.
Those other anchor teams really think they have a shot at beating us?
But Mark and Susan have the news hounds.
That's true. If they go with dogs, they might have an advantage.
Wherever we have a dispute, they'll help us sort out the mascots.
They seem to be working things out as we speak.
Okay.
Eric Franke? More like Eric Frank, keep your bracket to yourself, because it's embarrassing.
But who are we going to pick? Because all I know is Wisconsin basketball.
You're right. My kids haven't let me watch a game in years. We clearly need some help.
We need some help here.
This is too easy.
Next, we have the Maryland Terrapins against the West Virginia Mountaineers.
A terrapin is
A terrapin is a turtle.
against some Mountaineer guys.
Yes.
This is an 8 against a 9.
Let's go for the Terrapins.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
stick
so.
with the animal mascots.
Shane Hogan?
All right, Josh, you got to take Alabama, West Virginia. I like Creighton.
You know, if Frankie were here, we'd be going through stats, and it'd take hours.
That's true.
I'm a big Shaka Smart fan.
Okay, so it's the Missouri Tigers.
I mean, he's an Oregon guy.
Yes, he is.
His middle name is a South African word for one who is searching. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, and I think he's searching for a championship.
Arizona.
The Wildcats, Ollie, versus the Bobcats. So where's the Giddy? Which Giddy do we like?
Marquette, I don't know if they've got it this year.
I'm with you. I think you're going to get a Marquette championship for the first time since Al McGuire won it back in 1977.
I know.
That's a 7 against a 10. Now, 10s often beat 7.
I know every year a 10 always beats a 7.
That's true.
Indiana, what do you think of them?
They're in the Big Ten, just like my Badgers.
Their closest game will be against those Boilermakers.
You want to make that our first upset? Go with the Aggies?
Let's go with the Aggies.
Okay.
All right, let's just start with Marquette in the championship. Let's have them winning it all. I'm with you.
Wow.
I got it!
Purdue gets to the Elite 8, but loses to Marquette.
Yes. Right here, champions is all we need to know.
I think we got it.
The head coach at a #1 seed, Alabama, is Nate Oates from Watertown, Wisconsin.
Ooh, well,
So
Wisconsin.
we're moving Alabama
Okay.
to that Wisconsin connection. We're sending Alabama to the Final Four out of the South.
Okay, all right.
We don't know who they're going to beat
Okay.
along the way. Oh, we got cheaters. Look, see, this shows when you don't know basketball.
I think Alabama is your choice here.
Okay.
We're going with Kansas.
Memphis and Florida Atlantic.
We're going with the Owls.
Is that the Owls?
That's the Owls. This is their first time ever in the tournament.
I wonder if they realize I get paid to watch sports. Yeah, there's no way Marquette wins that game.
Al McGuire, the legend, his team against John Wooden's UCLA Bruins.
Oh, Baylor!
77 Marquette because of Al McGuire.
Okay.
So our winner, Louis, Houston.
77-68 Marquette over UCLA for the national championship. There you go.
All right, we shall see. We're going to be out of it by tomorrow.
Tomorrow afternoon. And here's your chance to see if you can beat any of our choices.
Go to channel3000.com, fill out your own bracket, and see if you can do better than us. Well, not us. You can do better than us, but Eric and Charlotte maybe.
It's free. There are no prizes. Please, no wagering. We're playing just for bragging rights. You have until 11 o'clock tomorrow morning to fill out your brackets.
That was really fun.
It was fun.
And thanks to Louie and Oliver for helping us out.
As much as they could.
Yes.
All right, coming up next year on Live at 4, the trash is stacking up in Paris and people are not happy.
And then coming up next hour at 5, we have a fan reaction from one of the people in Green Bay that Aaron Rodgers said he would miss the most. We'll meet Rob the Frame Guy coming up at 5.
It's A1 Furniture's biggest and best sale ever. Their warehouse liquidation event is on now. Our lease is up and everything must go. Over $1 million in inventory must be sold now at huge discounts. 40,000 square feet of incredible savings only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
It's Stop the Madness month. If your energy bills are too high, stop the madness.
If your comfort is out of balance and you go straight from heat to AC, stop the madness. If you've had it with outside noise, stop the madness. Get insulated now and save up to $2,000 with the energy tax credit plus our madness discount. But the clock runs out at the end of the month, so call today.
USA Insulation.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Dan Kelly is extremely corrupt. 6 times Kelly ruled in favor of a plaintiff with close ties. He was on their advisory panel. He took contributions from their board. And all 6 times, Kelly ruled in their favor. Another time, Kelly changed his mind about whether to judge the Zignego case after pocketing $20,000 in contributions from the Zignego family. Corruption, extremism, that's Dan Kelly.
Don't miss out on 40,000 square feet of incredible savings at A1 Furniture's warehouse liquidation event on now. Everything must go with immediate pickup or delivery. Sofas, sectionals, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, and more at liquidation prices. Only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
New at 5, Aaron Rodgers wants to leave Titletown. What the future holds for him, where the Packers stand now, and the history they made together.
Mild weather will continue tomorrow, but some rain will become likely during the day. As windy and colder weather arrives Thursday night, rain will change to snow. Friday will be very windy and much colder. At 5, I'll let you know how much snow to expect.
And ahead at 6, Wisconsin's abortion ban may be getting some exceptions. We hear from GOP leaders pushing a new amendment to the law and what Democrats think about it tonight at 6.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in Toronto Harbor with English spelling.
Yes, that's right.
Is that how they spell it?
That's right. O-U-R, right.
What's the temp there?
It is 40 degrees. Sunny.
Great city. It's a great city. Ever been there?
Yes.
It's great. Well, the City of Light is losing its luster with 7,000 tons of garbage piling up on the streets of Paris.
Elaine Cobb shows us why it might not be going away anytime soon.
In one of the most romantic and picturesque places on the planet, heaped towers of trash are spoiling the scene.
I didn't expect it, and so I'm like, okay, well, this is the first time I've seen Paris. It's not what I thought Paris was going to look like.
Garbage collectors are on strike for a second week, protesting pension reforms that include raising the retirement age by 2 years.
There's lots of garbage on each corner. Doesn't make it look as nice.
French officials are warning of a health hazard as rats run wild, ripping up uncollected garbage bags. It's terrible, this Parisian says. It smells bad, it's ugly, and I've seen the rodents. Adding to the problem, strikers have blockaded the 3 garbage treatment plants in the French capital.
There's got to be a better way than to just let it pile up and stop your job. It doesn't seem to be doing any good.
Even though it does spoil a lot of the view and the smell, I do support the strikes.
As waste keeps piling up, so does pressure on the mayor of Paris, who supports the strikers and rejects government plans to force a cleanup. Elaine Cobb, CBS News, Paris.
And one European radio commentator described the situation as an all-you-can-eat buffet for the 6 million rats of Paris. That's double the human population.
Ugh.
Oui, oui.
Yeah, enjoy your afternoon snack, everyone. Yikes.
A little croissant, maybe? Now's your chance to get your plant and garden questions answered.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here. She's in the studio with us. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
We're getting ready to take your calls, so call now, 608-270-9933. She really is here. Trust me.
Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
It's Steinhoffel's Dream Vacation Giveaway. Get in and test rest a Beauty Rest Black mattress for your chance to win a trip to sunny Hawaii. And right now, save $300 on your Beauty Rest Black mattress. Plus, get $200 in Steinhoffel's cash. Beauty Rest Black mattresses start at just $44 per month when you use Steinhoffel's 72-month financing. So save big and rest easy on your new Beauty Rest mattress from Steinhoffel's. Shop in-store or online today.
Eyes require a certain kind of care. As a family-owned optical company for over 40 years, Wisconsin Vision knows firsthand just how important your eyes are. That's why our doctors and staff are highly skilled and passionate in their roles. It's why our centers offer a large selection of eyewear suitable for all lifestyles, and it's why our lens lab is state-of-the-art, conveniently located right here in Wisconsin. Ask about $100 off a complete pair, frame and lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
A lot of new dry eye patients in my office tell me about their frequent dry eyes, which may point to dry eye disease. Millions of Americans were estimated to have it. They also tell me they've tried artificial tears again and again, but the relief is temporary. Xiidra can provide lasting relief. Xiidra treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease.
Don't use if allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied, and unusual taste sensation.
Why wait? Ask your eye doctor about a 90-day prescription for Xiidra today.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. And current Chevy owners get $2,500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high output engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint for certain.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
We're taking your plant and garden questions today.
Call 608-270-9933 to talk to Lisa Briggs. Hi,
Hello.
Lisa. We have 3 lines open right now if you have a question. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Let's get to the calls.
Good to have you in the studio today.
Yeah.
We're less than a week away from the first day of spring.
Wow.
That's Monday.
Yeah, it is.
Hopefully the snow will be melted by then.
We'll see.
Let's go to Diane in Sun Prairie. Hi, Diane. What's your question?
Hi. I have a gardenia plant that I'm keeping alive indoors under a Growlux lamp.
Okay.
I want to know how far the Growlux should be from the top of the gardenia.
It's not like you're using seedlings where it has to be really close so that they don't stretch.
No.
As long as it's getting good light, then that should be fine. And once you can get it outside, I'd move it out there because they do much better outside than they do indoors up here.
Oh, we'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
I have it about a foot away from the top of the plant.
It doesn't need to be any closer than that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thanks for calling.
Let's go to Kay in Stoughton. Hi, Kay. What's your question?
Hi there. Good afternoon. House plant, the corn plant, and the foliage grows off that lovely piece of cane in the middle.
Yep.
All the foliage off the cane on the top is gone, but I have foliage at the bottom. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Can I actually just cut that cane out of the middle?
Yes, you can. So this is a Dracaena, often called corn plant. There are a bunch of other names, other common names for it. But yeah, you can just cut that cane back and just let that foliage bush out at the bottom. Sometimes you'll see them in that form where they don't have a cane at all. So that'll be fine.
Okay, my canes are good, but there's also growth on the bottom.
Yes.
So I leave that alone?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Canes for Kane.
Let's go to Stephen in Prairie du Sac. Stephen, what's your question?
Hi there. I have bulbs that I did not plant last fall. They've been on my back porch. I was wondering if I can still plant them either outside or inside, and if I might have any luck.
So, Stephen, you're going to want to give them a good squeeze, because if they're dried up or they're squishy, you know, like they've got too cold and started to freeze and then thaw and then sort of start to rot, then they're no good. If they're solid and look like there's some, you know, some life to them, then I would go ahead and plant them in the ground once you can dig. You probably will not get flowers this year because they didn't, you know, the dormancy period is questionable. But if they settle in and you get green growth, then you'll probably get flowers next spring. So go ahead and give it a try.
Just make sure they're hard.
Yeah, but if they're squishy or dried up, then just toss them.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Joe in Baraboo. Hi, Joe. What's your question?
Hello. What's a good way to keep the rabbits from eating my tulips?
Oh, yeah.
So if your tulips are already planted and you have a rabbit issue, then I would use my favorite rabbit repellent, which is granulated freeze-dried predator urine. It's by a company called Shake Away. It's super effective. I use it to keep the rabbits away from my hostas. If you're planting new bulbs, then something that you can do is to soak them in a liquid animal repellent before you plant them, and sometimes that will help for the first spring.
And how do you keep the squirrels from digging them up?
And it also will keep the squirrels from digging them up. Yes, it will.
Good.
Yep.
All right,
Because it's a scent thing.
All right, Mac and Beloit. Hi, what's your question?
Well, hello again, my rock and roll friends. I got a quick one here for you, honey. What's the scoop between the proper time between putting lawn food down or lawn fertilizer? What the heck's the difference between lawn food and lawn fertilizer? When is the proper time to apply that?
All right, rock out.
Lawn food is just another name for lawn fertilizer. So it's usually nitrogen high. It's usually got some phosphorus, although I think in Dane County, everything is low phosphorus. The thing that you put down first, though, is a pre-emergent. And so you put that down as soon as, there's a point, usually around April 1st, anytime between April 1st and April 15th. That will keep annual weed seeds from coming up. And then we generally like to see that first shot of fertilizer in right around Mother's Day is when you put the first one down.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're out of time. Do you want to take calls off the air?
Sure, I can do that.
All right. If you're on the line, stay there. Lisa will talk to you off the air. Thank you all for calling. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Lisa. Good to see you.
See you Monday on the first day of spring.
Yes.
All right. Good deal. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
You know what that sound means. It's spring break at Bob's Discount Furniture, and I've got fresh new dining furniture that will make you a hosting hero. My collections serve major style. Many come in dining and counter heights, include 6 chairs, keep storage on the menu, and with my everyday low prices, complete sets start at just $5.99. Take a break from overpriced stores and stressful haggling this spring break at Bob's. What's that? A tiny dining set for birds? Genius!
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
For back pain, I've always been a take 2 and call in the morning guy. But my new doctor recommended Salonpas. Without another pill upsetting my stomach, I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
2 candidates for Supreme Court. 2 very different beliefs. Judge Janet Protasewicz. She believes women should have the freedom to make their own decisions on abortion. Extremist Dan Kelly. He supports the 1849 law that takes away women's rights and criminalizes abortion, even in cases of rape, incest, and health of the mother. So who represents you? An extremist or a common sense judge? Vote by April 4th.
Aaron Rodgers could soon fly from the Packers to the Jets. We break down his time in Green Bay, where the Packers stand now, and what the future holds for everyone. Plus, fans share their reactions, what it's been like to live in Titletown under the Rodgers reign. That's coming up at 5.
It's a bracket battle as our News 3 Now anchors compete for the best tournament picks. Find out whose brackets get busted and who has that one shining moment. Join in the bracket battle at channel3000.com and watch when our anchors reveal their picks Wednesday on News 3 Now at 10.
And wrapping things up with the 3 things you'll need to know. 40s for our Thursday, but we are looking at some showers throughout much of the same day. So for ending the week, it's going to be a wet one, and winds will really start to pick up by the time we get into our Thursday nights, heading into our Friday as well. Could see some snow showers, but meteorologist Gary Canolti will be walking through this coming up at 5.
All right, thank you, Julian. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, CBS's travel advisor Peter Greenberg talks about Florida's Gulf Coast recovery following Hurricane Ian.
And we travel back to 1986. We'll meet one of the Badger crew team's biggest supporters. It's our Traveler Throwback Thursday. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Habitat Restore is full of great finds at great prices for a great cause. With a unique inventory of high-quality, low-cost goods, you can save money and feel good about your purchase. Shop Restore Dane County today.
A lot of new dry eye patients in my office tell me about their frequent dry eyes, which may point to dry eye disease. Millions of Americans were estimated to have it. They also tell me they've tried artificial tears again and again, but the relief is temporary. Xydra can provide lasting relief. Xydra treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease.
Don't use if allergic to Xydra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied, and unusual taste sensation.
Why wait? Ask your eye doctor about a 90-day prescription for Xydra today.
Some numbers simply have more meaning than others. After an accident, there's one critical number. The number that helps you get your life back by factoring in your needs for today and tomorrow. That's where Habish and Rotier's numbers really add up. With over 90 years of client successes and 13 offices to help you wherever you are. Trust Habish Personal Injury Attorneys to get the number that's right for you. Call now.
New iVisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose to reduce dryness, discomfort, and strain. iVisia. We see a better way.
Sexual assault of an 11-year-old. No prison time. He raped a military veteran, left her for dead. Just 2.5 years. Raped a mentally disabled 14-year-old. Probation. How the heck did this happen? Janet Protasewicz.
If you could go back in time, would you have ruled any differently?
I would say no. Really? No time in prison? I would say no. Protasewicz set violent criminals free. Again and again. Tell Judge Protasewicz, stop protecting criminals.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
In today's Final Touch, birds live everywhere from Antarctica to the tropics.
And an American conservation photographer has worked his whole career trying to protect all of them. Tim Lehman has photographed birds for 3 decades. He's the first person to capture every known species of the bird of paradise on camera. Between 2004 and 2012, he made 18 trips to New Guinea for the project, spending a total of 544 days there and taking nearly 40,000 pictures. This enormous endeavor gets a whole chapter in his new book, Bird Planet. But it's not just exotic places. It also showcases the splendor of birds in his own backyard. And he hopes people will see his photos and try to protect their own pockets of nature. Spectacular pictures. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.